All right, everyone, thank y'all for tuning the video today, and the title is not clickbait, okay? Got a Kubota M4071 Deluxe, bought it in 2019, 2020 area, I guess. And, you know, I looked on YouTube to kind of see what was going on, just to see, because where it started is I basically mow this hill down to the lake right here. And, I mean, this grass gets 3 or 4 inches tall. It's a 74, 73 horse tractor, and, I mean, I pull a finishing mower, which you can see right here. And you know, I guess you kind of get used to it. And when I first got it, I used to run it in economy PTO, which is basically you're turning like 1500 RPM at 540 PTO. And man, I could mow this, and I could mow that grass with it 6-7 inches tall, and finish more, just to eat it up, no problem. And I noticed, and I thought maybe it was just me in my mind, it was just getting low on power. Like I would clutch or try to go up the hill, and it was bogging down. And I was like, what's going on? Unit idled fine, did all those things fine. So I moved it back up to regular PTO mode, and there I ran it at, you know, it runs at 2100 or something at 540. Did that for a while, and you know, it just seemed like it was losing power. So I was like, you know, maybe it just needs filters and all that stuff. Now this tractor behind me, for disclaimer, it only has about 200 hours on it. Okay, absolutely love this tractor. I love the buddy seat. I like the size of the cab. Lots of benefits. I definitely recommend the M4071 Deluxe. So anyway, I used it one time, I guess a couple months ago, and I said, you know, I just need to get off filters for it and put some fresh fuel in it. So I siphoned all the diesel out, put some fresh fuel in it, put new filters in it, and parked it. You know, so, it's good. I've got a John Deere air conditioned finishing mower. I mean, I use that all the time. Not a big deal. I don't have to use the tractor that often, but we went on vacation and we came back, grass got pretty tall. I was like, okay, I'm gonna use the tractor today. So, you know, I did all the service on it, never really ran it. So then I came back out, and literally coming up this hill, it would barely make it. Now, just looking at the tractor, started up, idled perfect, no problems. You know, I checked the turbo, it was free. Checked the supply pressure to the pump. You know, the little transfer pump was running, had good supply pressure. All those things were good. And I just said, you know, I'm gonna call my local Kubota dealer. I looked on YouTube, didn't see anything. That's why I'm doing this video. So I called my local Kubota dealer, and I said, you know, hey, I've got a low power issue with this unit. Is there something going on? Is there something that, you know, is it common, right, that I'm missing, right? Is it DPF? I've heard maybe the DPFs get plugged up or a sensor goes bad. But I didn't have any lights or anything like that. Like I said, the tractor idled great, ran great. It just didn't have the power it needed. No smoke, no issues. And talked to my local dealer, and they said there's actually a TSB or recall out. It's like, really? And they're like, yeah. They said, there's a bad set of injectors that came out, and I guess Kubota said, we're gonna cover that for you, you know? And so I'm impressed with that from the standpoint of, you know, Kubota comes back and says, hey, we, you know, got some injectors that went bad. We're gonna go ahead and replace those for you. Now, in some instances, the injectors got bad, washed the cylinders out, depending on how long people ran them, and then Kubota would even put another engine in their tractor. So if you have an M4071 or the 7060, I think, shares the same motor, and you have a power issue, you might want to check with your Kubota dealer to see if it's in that TSB or recall. And you know, it's interesting because a lot of times when we take these things in to a dealer, or we take them somewhere and we say, yeah, it just doesn't feel like it has its power, they keep it for a week, they call you and say, man, we really didn't find anything. You know, I mean, most dealers don't have a way to load test these. And so for me, I knew there was an issue, dropped it off. They called me back in a few days and said it needs new injectors. It's not firing at all, hardly on any of them. And I was like, really? It had no misses or anything. I said, sounds great, you know. So they put a new set of injectors in it. It took about a week. They called me back. They said, hey, Mr. Rody, your tractor's ready. Come pick it up. I went and picked it up. I put this thing in economy PTO and came out here, and the grass was probably 6-7 inches tall. And I mean, I was running 6 gear and no problems. I mean, probably mowing, what, 6-7 miles an hour. It was just eating it up. And I was like, jokingly, I called my dealer. I'm like, what'd you do to my tractor? And he was like, what? I said, no, man, y'all fixed it. And so shout out to them, because usually, like I said, these kind of things don't get resolved. They don't really get fixed. But if you've got a good dealer like I do here in Victoria, Texas, you know, it's just great to get it diagnosed, great to get it fixed, and find out what it was, right? And so I want to make this video because if you have a 7060 or an M4071 sharing the same motor, about the 73, 74 horse tractor from 2019 to 2022, and you're having power issues, give your dealer a holler. You know, it's something that you can get fixed. It's something that's covered. And so I just recommend checking it out, you know. So anyway, just want to throw that video out there. Appreciate you watching today. Please hit that like and subscribe if the video helped you. We will catch you on the next one.